Happy Monday, everybody, and I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. My name is Brandon Rosa, and welcome to episode 79 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covering in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. The show's on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe in your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. There were no big games released last week, but we do have the new games with gold announced for December 2020. These games include The Raven Remastered, available from December 1st to the 31st, Bleed 2 from December 16th to January 15th, Saints Row Get Out of Hell from the 360, available from December 1st to the 15th, and from the 360, Stacking, available from December 16th to the 31st. The games coming out this week include Twin Mirror, Empire of Sin, Chronos Before the Ashes, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Fogues, Haven, Wildfire, Onira Crimes, John Wick Hex, Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition, Dark Complete Edition, Nine Witches Family Disruption, Shoot 1 Up DX, Ruinverse, Duck Life Adventure, and Guntastic. Now into last week's biggest news stories, and we have 8 to cover this week. Number 1. Microsoft working on why PS5 outperforms Xbox Series X on certain games. Adam Bankhurst at IGN writes, while Microsoft has been touting that the Xbox Series X is the world's most powerful console, the PS5 is outperforming it in early game tests, and Microsoft is working on why. As reported by The Verge, Digital Foundry has been analyzing some of the new games across both the PS5, which is capable of 10.28 teraflops of GPU performance, and Xbox Series X, which is capable of 12 teraflops, and it's not as one-sided as it initially appeared. In Devil May Cry 5, the Xbox Series X has better performance in 4K and ray tracing modes, but the higher frame rate option runs better on PS5, with the frame rate gaps being more than 40 frames per second in some cases. Quote, the dips look really strange to me, and it kind of suggests to me some kind of API limitation on the Xbox side, where the GPU is being held back by something, end quote, suggests Digital Foundry editor Richard Ledbetter. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which has been heavily promoted by Microsoft, also runs a bit smoother on PS5, with the Xbox Series X version showing screen tearing and regular frame rate dips below 60 frames per second. The same story plays out in Dirt 5, where image quality and resolution goes in PS5's favor. Dirt's developer Codemasters has acknowledged this performance gap, and has already said it has a fix in the works. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War does run better in ray tracing performance mode on Xbox Series X, but PS5 performs better in 120 frames per second mode. Why is this occurring in multiple games? Certain developers have spoken to The Verge and have said that some of the issues stem from the fact that Microsoft only allowed developers to submit games for Xbox Series X certification in June, whereas developers had access to PS5 dev kits far in advance. So it appears with this issue is not necessarily a platform issue, but an issue with developers not having ample time to optimize their titles for the Series X. Microsoft has acknowledged this issue, and it promises it is working with developers to solve any complications. Quote, we are aware of performance issues in a handful of optimized titles on the Xbox Series X and S, and are actively working with our partners to identify and resolve the issue, to ensure an optimal experience, end quote, says a Microsoft spokesperson in a statement to The Verge. Quote, as we begin a new console generation, our partners are just now scratching the surface of what next-gen consoles can do, and minor bug fixes are expected as they learn to take full advantage of our new platform. We are eager to continue working with developers to further explore the capability of Xbox Series X and S in the future, end quote. The Xbox Series X does have certain advantages over the PS5 on paper, like variable refresh rate and full AMD RDNA 2 support, but many developers still need time to take advantage of all the power the Xbox Series X offers. Now, I can speak firsthand to this, as when I was playing the campaign on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, I had severe crashes and horrible performance for the second half of the campaign. At some point, I had to turn off ray tracing as it impacted all the performance, and in the final mission, the game crashed on me and bricked the console 4 times. Pretty unacceptable if you ask me. I understand that all these issues will be temporary, and I'm sure in a year when major games begin to come out on the Series X, this really won't be a big issue. Number 2. Cuphead The Delicious Last Course delayed into 2021. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, developer Studio MDHR has announced that Cuphead's upcoming DLC, The Delicious Last Course, has been delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic impacting their development. Per their Twitter account, in the wake of the ongoing global pandemic affecting so many, we have made the difficult decision to push back the release of The Delicious Last Course. For our wonderful Cuphead community, we've prepared a letter from Studio MDHR founders Chad and Jared Moldenhauer to share more. If you're further interested, go check out their tweet to see their full letter. I love Cuphead for its art style. It's one of the most unique games I've ever played. Unfortunately for me, it's just too hard, so I never actually beat it. I've chipped away at it a bit here and there, but I wanted to highlight this as if you haven't checked out this game, it's now on basically every platform, so please give them the support and go check it out. Number 3, Xbox could be an app on your TV within a year, says Phil Spencer. Joe Screbbles at IGN writes, Head of Xbox Phil Spencer says he thinks Xbox will release a smart TV app used to play games with no console required in the next 12 months. In an interview with The Verge's Decoder podcast, Spencer was asked about what was stopping Microsoft from releasing Xbox as an app for smart TVs that meet a minimum hardware specification. The answer, it seems, is nothing. Quote, I think you're going to see that in the next 12 months, replied Spencer. Quote, I don't think anything is going to stop us from doing that, end quote. Spencer doesn't go into any specifics on the mooted app, but we've previously heard the Xbox executives discussing the idea of Xbox streaming sticks that could be used to stream games through xCloud after being plugged into a TV, which could even be made as part of the Xbox Game Pass subscription cost. I, for one, would be a huge fan of this. During cooking my Thanksgiving dinner, I was taking intermittent breaks and playing xCloud and Minecraft Dungeons on my Galaxy tablet, and I would have loved to stream that to the big TV in the living room, my Xbox is downstairs, and played it through a streaming app. Here's to the future, and I'm sure this is going to happen by the end of 2021. Number 4, Minecraft Dungeons is getting a new season pass. Tom Phillips at Eurogamer writes, Mojang has announced a new season pass for Minecraft Dungeons, which will contain 4 additional DLC packs on top of the 2 already launched. The enjoyable Diablo Light spin-off first arrived earlier this year and quickly added 2 extra packs, Jungle Awakens and Creeping Winter, which you could buy separately or within a hero pass. Dungeons' next and already announced DLC Howling Peaks will arrive on December 9th. As with other packs, Howling Peaks will add a new biome, fresh story missions and enemies, plus more gear and items. As I just mentioned in the previous news story, I was playing more of Minecraft Dungeons via xCloud, and it's a delightful little game, dungeon crawler that you can get in and out of in a few minutes. Really enjoying my time with it. Number 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla major update adds graphic options and more. Jordan Allman at IGN writes, Ubisoft has deployed a major title update for Assassin's Creed Valhalla across all platforms, which brings with it new graphical options for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, and many bug fixes across all platforms. The 1.0.4 update is rolling out over the course of November 26th on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, PC, Stadia, and Amazon Luna. One of the main new features is the ability to flip between performance and quality mode on the Series X and S and PlayStation 5. In performance mode, the game will adapt the resolution and graphics settings to maintain 60 frames per second. In quality mode, Valhalla will run at max resolution and graphics settings while maintaining 30 frames per second. Ubisoft notes that performance mode is the default setting for both the Series X and PS5, whereas quality mode is the default for the Series S. This update has also apparently improved the game's experience on the Series X and S, following reports of screen tearing from users. It's good to see that one of the biggest launch titles and one of the best-selling games of the year so far is getting significant improvements on our next-gen consoles. Hopefully everyone can now enjoy the game further. Number 6, Metro Exodus is getting a free Xbox Series S and S upgrade, new Metro game also in the works. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, Developer 4A Games has announced that Metro Exodus will be getting a free next-gen upgrade on Xbox Series X and S and PS5 next year, and that it's working on the next entry in the Metro franchise. A blog post over on 4A Games' website says the developer is hard at work on bringing the post-apocalyptic first-person shooter at Xbox Series X and S. We can expect major enhancements including faster frame rate, increased resolution, reduced loading times, and stunning ray tracing features made possible by the new hardware. Best of all, the Xbox Series S and S version will be free to all players who own an Xbox One copy, digital or physical, of the game. 4A Games hasn't given any exact release date for the Series X and S optimized version of Metro Exodus, but says it will be sharing more soon. This is a game on paper that I'd probably love and I've just never checked out. I haven't played any games in the Metro franchise, but once this update comes out, it seems like a perfect jumping in point. Number 7, Fortnite getting a subscription service called Fortnite Crew. Austin Goslin of Polygon writes, Epic Games is adding a new subscription service to Fortnite, the company announced on Tuesday. The service will be called Fortnite Crew and it will be a one-stop shop for players to get all kinds of cosmetics every month. Fortnite Crew will cost players $11.99 a month and will include the full battle pass for whatever the current season is, which usually costs $9.50 on its own. The subscription service will also grant players 1,000 V-Bucks every month, a $10 value, as well as an exclusive monthly cosmetics bundle. These items will remain exclusive to the subscription, Epic said it will never sell or give them away to non-crew members. For any of those that are hardcore into Fortnite and are already spending this amount of money every month, this seems like a no-brainer. This does seem like a missed opportunity though to get more of the casual market. To include a subscription service for a game that's $11.99 a month just seems like too much. Something at like $4.99 a month is one of those costs where, hey, it's $5 a month, that's $60 a year. It's so little that some people would forget about it. To me, seems like a missed opportunity, but for those that can take advantage and save some money, more power to you. At number 8, Rainbow Six Siege PS5 and Xbox Series X and S update out next week. Wesley and Pule at Eurogamer writes, Rainbow Six Siege's free next-gen update comes out on December 1st, Ubisoft has announced. These versions for the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S will let you play in 4K and up to 120 frames per second, depending on the mode you play in. 4K resolution is for PS5 and Series X, whereas Series S gets 1080p. 120 frames per second is available on both the PS5 and Series X. Rainbow Six Siege is one of those games that it's not for me, but is for the millions and millions of people that still play it every day. Enjoy those updates on the shiny new consoles. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and this one is just going to be about accessories on the Series X and S. As more people will continue to get the new consoles, it's important to note that all existing Xbox One controllers, headsets, and storage devices will work on the Series X and S. The only uncertainty is with the Kinect, which is not currently supported by Microsoft and Xbox. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week, after 17 long hours, my friends and I finally finished the Destiny 2 Deepstone Crypt raid. Really enjoyed my time with that. We even went back and completed an old raid after many hours. I also played and finished Miles Morales on the PS5 as well as Ash Robot. Completed the Cold War campaign on Xbox, which was enjoyable until all the performance issues I noted earlier. And as I mentioned, I played some Minecraft Dungeons on Project xCloud, which I plan on continuing to play. My name is Brian Rosa. You can follow me on Xbox at Brosa93. I hope you all have a great week and keep on gaming.